Drew McIntyre steps inside hell for the third time in his career.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
It was 27 years ago to the day in St. Louis when the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
It's made history while simultaneously tearing flesh, shattering bodies, ending careers, and altering lives.
You can see by the look in McIntyre's eyes, he has one mission here tonight: to end CM Punk for good.
CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital.
Well, if sending your opponent to the emergency room is the prime objective, I can't think of a more suitable setting. Punk has to tap into that side of himself tonight if he wants to walk out of the cell, or out of Atlanta at all. He said that Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
McIntyre said earlier, this is not going to be a classic. This is not going to be cinema. This is going to be mutually assured destruction.
Hate is a word we don't use a lot around WWE because there's a certain amount of respect between most competitors. But there is no other word I can use to describe what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have for each other.
These two have vowed to destroy each other, to end each other's careers here at Hell in a Cell.
The final match in an epic trilogy. I don't know if either of them is going to be able to survive tonight.
He gets sent straight down to the floor.
We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped.
And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? How long will you be locked in this structure?
And a spear! this match.
Starting his climb up the cell with absolutely no fear. Slides under the ropes, back into the ring. He's finally made it to the top of his demonic structure.
A dangerous position to be in. He's playing with fire now.
Headed back into the ring. A reversal. He saw that coming. It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. And CM Punk had no business being back on the top. Diving double axe handle. Emotions running high, and this is the pain Punk promised to deliver onto McIntyre. Look at that insult to injury with that one. Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Punk finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
And some people would say you can never go wrong with a standard steel chair.
Under the chair.
Landing on that chair might have just rearranged some body parts.
And he's able to avoid that offense.
You gotta think about this. Drew McIntyre has never won inside Hell in a Cell. Punk has. That's gonna be adding even more to this match for Drew tonight.
Yeah, McIntyre has been successful in unleashing all of his mind games on Punk leading up to this point. But is that something clouding his own vision? McIntyre must be getting phased by this attack.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the Second City Saints, and he's paying for it now. A DDT drives that head into the ground.
Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. Looks like he's coming back in.
Lights out. DDT connects.
Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us.
CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done that.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
CM Punk, ducks out of harm's way. Brilliant countering by both competitors.
Neckbreaker with a float over.
That was pretty. And it is clear the mission now is... CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
GTS connects. The lights are dimming for McIntyre.
Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Yeah, Punk able to completely neutralize McIntyre here.
Devastating neckbreaker.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring.
Watch out!
The knees at the last second.
Uh-oh. Wards that off. What a response. Brought down with a DDT. And McIntyre on the receiving end again.
Punk is determined right now.
Telegraphed into a backdrop.
An extremely rough landing onto the chair. That pain's not going to go away anytime soon.
And these attacks are spelling nothing but trouble. Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Go to sleep. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. And the action is shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
Like meeting a brick wall there.
McIntyre gets flung to the outside. forget the obsession Drew McIntyre had with Punk and what Punk has cost McIntyre on a number of occasions. That being the World Championship, including at WrestleMania.
An eye for an eye, Punk would say. Just karma for McIntyre, who injured Punk, costing him an opportunity at WrestleMania.
Drew's own wife has become second best in his. That is how deep Drew's hatred for CM Punk was.
Just bashing into that hammer.
Caught with the full force of the sledgehammer. Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here. Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow because, for one of these men, there might not be.
And you notice the black armband on the left bicep.
CM Punk connects with a Uranagi and
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Northern Lights. Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Drew's getting cut off at the knees at every turn.
Punk searching for something beneath the apron.
looking to adjust some features on their opponent with
Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
And remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective, and all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
We're the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away. No!
McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.